Nice angle, right? Giving you a good view on that prescription medicine inhaler. Anyway, I want to talk about my traps. My traps are one of my best developed muscle groups. And they have been pretty big for a while. Actually, here's a picture of when I was 18. And the thing is, I never took real effort to develop my traps. It came kinda naturally. So this is a result of being lazy. So let me explain. All I did was carry around this backpack. Now, many of us carry around backpacks, and that alone is not enough stimulus for us to get big traps. So what did I do? Well, here comes the lazy part. Usually, kids pack their backpack for the day. You know, they have like 4 subjects on Monday, and they have 4 completely different subjects on Tuesday. Well, I would not pack my backpack for the day. I would pack my backpack for the week. Essentially what I'm saying is I would put all my books in the backpack and I would not sort them out for every single day. Which made my backpack pretty heavy. About 7 kilos. And trust me, I put it on a scale. So yes, I did that for years. Did not have the best posture, gotta admit that. I walked kinda like this all the time. Not really good. And I let my backpack hang. Yeah, I let it hang. And it would put a lot of tension on my traps. And I never, cared for this. I never really saw this as training. I never, being a young, naive guy, I never thought that this would develop my traps. No, not at all. But then when I was like 16 and I did this, I would have huge traps. And even I didn't know where I got them from. So, this was in high school though. When I got out of high school, things got even worse. Because I started to do digital arts class. And for some reason, if you're in digital arts class, you have to carry around a shit ton of weight. Shit ton of items. And especially back in the old days, when a MacBook would weigh up to like 10 pounds. Okay, probably exaggerating there. But, a MacBook from which we had to have, otherwise you couldn't follow the class, would weigh, maybe even like up to 3 kilos. They were pretty darn heavy. And, of course, at that point I started to become a little bit more responsible, because I was 17 at that point, and I started, responsible 17-year-old, right? But, I started to pack my bookcase, my bag for the day, because I already had to carry so much stuff. Even if I was just packing for the day, my backpack would look like this, like completely, like there was no space left. It was actually a real effort to just get a book out of it. Like that alone was just strength training for your grip. Just ridiculous. And this was just, this was mandatory. I mean, you had to have this stuff with you. Otherwise, you would not have all the stuff with you that you would have for that day. It's kind of ridiculous. It's seriously, like, I was kind of like a big guy, but for like lighter girls, this was like true torture. So, pretty insane stuff. And because my bag was completely full, I would have to carry around another bag with all my drawing shit, because it was not just arts class. I mean, you would also have to do painting and calligraphy. Calligraphics? Don't know. Basically writing letters in a very artsy way. Pretty fun subject, actually. Might need to pick that up again. And yeah, that together, on presentation day, that stuff together would weigh like up to maybe as much as 15 kilos. Just like a ridiculous amount. and I would have to walk pretty long distances with that shit. Like, I think that we did not have, or I personally did not have, what the health? What's it called? That app that counts your, how much steps you walk. Samsung Health. Right. And despite that, I'm very certain that I was walking at least an hour a day. With just walking back and forward from school. So the bottom line of the story is, the way that I trained my traps was with a heavy load on my shoulders, walking back and forward long distances. And by doing that, yeah, it was not something that ever, how should I say, registered. I was not aware of this. I was not aware that I was training my body by doing this until we were years further. But maybe you're interested in getting big traps as well, and it's kind of likely that you're not in high school anymore. I don't know how many young guys are watching my channel. If you're a guy below the age of 20, then let me know. If you follow my content. Anyway, yeah, this is a weighted vest. And this weighted vest is loaded with sand, and it weighs 30 kilos right now. 55 pounds. An untrained person would break their knees from this weight, but I'm a big boy, okay? I'm a strong ass motherfucker. So for me, this is no problem. Well, it's kind of a problem, but I could take a hike with this thing if I would, if I wanted to. But if you're untrained, you could load it with 3 kilos or 5 kilos, or, you know, well, not 5 kilos. It goes like 3, 6. Now it goes like 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. So you can't do 5, but you know, you can go all the way up to 30. But a good starting weight for this would be 4.5, 6 kilos, and you could take hikes, and yeah, you would get the same stimulus on your traps, and you can just take a nice, easy walk. Will you look like a retard wearing this? Yes, absolutely. Should you care? No. I mean, kind of depends. No, it doesn't. Go and take a walk with a weighted vest. I personally don't do it because I follow a different program for my traps now. But the easiest, or like the least intensive way to get really big traps, it's not by doing shrugs. It's by letting a heavy weight rest on your shoulders. And besides that, weighted vests are a good investment anyway, because they can help you to improve your pull-ups, your dips. I have used this thing for squats, for deadlifts. It can add a little bit of extra weight for a deadlift, for example. For example, like for many people, the limiting factor for their deadlift, 1 rep max, is the grip strength. But with this thing, you can actually go over that limit by, you know, still adding more weight while not putting more strain on your grip strength, on your forearms. So they are a pretty interesting investment. They're not that expensive. I paid $60 for this one, but as you can see, it's not the best quality. Now, I like this thing, and yeah, I'll still use it from time to time. Whew. It's pretty heavy though, I gotta say. This is already the 4th time I had to redo this steak. So I've already trained my traps. Yeah, that's how you train your traps. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. I wonder what it would sound like if you dropped this thing. Maybe I can curl it. Let's see, haven't curled 60 pounds in a while. No, fuck that. That sounds dull. It's this thing, but I'm not going to drop it on the floor.